Hey everyone, welcome back to Bookcast. I'm Jenny, here again with Alex, and we're deep into the heart of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. If you're just jumping in, I'd recommend starting from the beginning, but you're also welcome right here. Last time, we talked about Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, and honestly, it's changed how I listen to people. Today, we're exploring Habit 6, Synergize, which kind of sounds like a buzzword, but I have a feeling there's more to it.
You're right, it does sound corporate at first, but Habit 6 is one of the most powerful ideas in the whole book. Covey defines synergy as the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This habit is all about creative cooperation, where two people don't just compromise, they collaborate to create something entirely new.
Okay, but how is that different from compromise or teamwork?
Great question. Compromise is when both sides give something up to meet in the middle, but synergy is when both sides bring their full selves and actually create something better than either of them could have alone. Covey says synergy is the crowning achievement of all the habits because it builds on self-awareness, habit 1, purpose, habit 2, discipline, habit 3, mutual benefit, habit 4, empathy, habit 5. It's like, now that you have all these tools, let's build something together.
So it's not just about working together. It's about what happens when we embrace differences?
Exactly. Synergy thrives on differences, not in spite of them. Most of us are trained to tolerate differences, but synergy asks us to value them. Covey says, if two people had the same opinion, one of them is unnecessary. Real synergy is when different perspectives, backgrounds, or strengths come together and elevate the outcome.
Okay, I love that, but I feel like that's hard in real life, especially when people just don't agree. Like, how do you synergize when there's tension?
That's a great point. Covey doesn't pretend it's easy, but he gives a process for creating synergy, especially in conflict. Start with empathic listening. Habit 5. Build mutual respect. Identify differences without judgment. Look for a third alternative, something neither person thought of before. It's not about one person giving in. It's about finding a creative solution together.
Third alternative. That sounds cool. Can you give an example?
Sure. Covey uses an example of two people arguing over the window being open or closed. One wants it shut because of the cold. The other wants it open for fresh air. Instead of debating back and forth, they explore why and realize they can open a window in the next room and still get airflow without the chill. That's synergy. Finding a better, unexpected answer, not just flipping a coin.
That's so simple, but I can see how in real life we often get stuck in either or thinking, like my way or your way, but synergy is let's find a new way.
Exactly. And it's especially important in groups and teams. Covey says high-performance teams have diversity and they know how to leverage it, not suppress it. Synergy shows up in families that celebrate different personalities, businesses that use creative tension to innovate, communities that find unity without uniformity.
I love that. Unity without uniformity. That's gold. So, what's the biggest blocker to synergy?
Honestly, ego and fear. People get defensive, want to be right, or feel threatened by differences. That's when we slip back into defensiveness, win-lose, or compromise at best. Covey says synergy only happens when there's trust, openness, and a willingness to say, I don't know, let's figure it out together.
That feels so rare, but also so worth aiming for. And I imagine this ties back to the emotional bank account, right?
Yes. If you've invested in a strong relationship, lots of trust deposits, then when conflict comes up, you can lean into differences instead of avoiding them. In fact, Covey says differences become assets, not threats.
So good. Okay. Give us a recap. What's the heart of Habit 6?
Here it is. Synergy equals creative collaboration. It values differences and diverse perspectives. It's not compromise. It's discovering a third alternative. It requires trust, empathy, and a shared purpose. It's the outcome of practicing the first 5 habits. When we synergize, we don't just solve problems, we elevate possibilities.
All right, that's my favourite so far. I love this idea of turning conflict into creativity.
It's so powerful. And next time, we wrap up the book with habit 7, sharpen the saw, the habit that makes all the others sustainable.
Can't wait for that one. But for now, thank you for listening to episode 6 of Bookcast. If this resonated, share it with your team, your partner, your creative crew, anyone you want to build something meaningful with.
And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to @BookcastPod. If episode 7 is live, jump into it. If not, it's coming soon. Until next time, keep growing together.